Beauty. What is it? The dictionary defines it as the combination of all the qualities of a person or thing that delights the senses and pleases the mind. It kind of reminds you of the saying, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, doesn't it? We hear that all the time, but this definition really shows us that beauty isn't permanent. As times change and people change, so do beauty standards. This doesn't keep it from being a huge part of our society, though. Beauty standards have an enormous effect of people of all ages. So let's take a brief look at how beauty standards have changed through the years and why they change. Queen Elizabeth is famous for her red hair and pale skin. Looking at the people in that time period, many desired red hair and pale skin. The tall white wigs, pale skin, and fake beauty marks of Marie Antoinette adorned the French court of the 18th century. More recently, we see changes from the 1950s to the 1960s. In just a decade, beauty standards changed dramatically. The 50s valued curvy, mature body shapes like Marilyn Monroe. 10 years later, Twiggy was setting standards with a thin, willowy body. Looking at just these few examples, we see that beauty standards are largely based on who and what is popular at the time, which explains why they're so fleeting. But if they're always changing, why are they so influential? Well, we want people to like us, right? We want to fit in with our peers. We don't want to be different. So we try to conform to what we see around us. We're born with this desire, and the influence never stops. Everywhere we look, we see the ideal woman. Tall, thin, with perfect sun-kissed skin and just the right amount of curves. These standards are marketed and advertised so much that it's seen as normal. Because of this, and because of our desire to fit in, it can be depressing when we don't look like a magazine model. So we buy these magazines, hoping to learn how to better ourselves, to look more appealing. And this can really hurt a girl's self-esteem. Studies have found that nearly half of girls 6 to 8 years old want to be skinnier, and 20% of 9-year-olds and 40% of 14-year-olds feel the same way. In reality, most of these girls who want to be skinnier are a normal, healthy weight. Feeling fat can lead to health problems like anorexia and bulimia. These negative feelings stay with us for the rest of our lives. Listen to what Ashley Perez says about this in the video, What It Means to Be Pretty.
Girls spent most of our adulthood trying to get over the fact that when we were young, all we were told to be was pretty.
Quinta Brunson adds,
You can really, mess you up at first, you know? You can be like, well, what? Why am I not, good enough? Why am I not pretty enough? Why am I not cute enough?
Unfortunately, we can't change society, but we can take steps to help us feel better about ourselves. Listen to the advice of Quinta.
Surround yourself with people who think you're beautiful, who think everything about you is actually beautiful, like the real you.
We can remind ourselves that real women don't look like Victoria's Secret models. We can find beauty in everyday life, in every body shape, every shade of skin, and every hair color. Beauty standards will always change, and they will always impact women. We're always going to be surrounded by unrealistic ideals advertised as normal. We can't change this, but we can change our thinking and make it more positive. Ashley Perez sums it up when she says,
"A person that you want to be, and I think that will make you happy, and pretty won't matter anymore."